A turtle that swam up to a diver and asked to remove a sharp barnacle that was stuck on its shell. A huge leatherback turtle that was stuck in crab fishing gear, and the tiger sharks swimming nearby that clearly had plans of their own. And also the rescue of nearly 12,000 turtles that could have died from the cold if people hadn't helped them. Get ready to hear 7 amazing rescue stories about turtles that wouldn't have survived without human help. Number 7. A newbie diver on his first ever open water dive spotted a turtle entangled in a fishing net. The reptile was desperate to get out, and it seemed even panicked. But it couldn't get out on its own. I don't think it would have ever made it out since the net was completely wrapped around the turtle's shell. It's scary to imagine what would have happened to that turtle if those divers hadn't swam by. After they noticed the turtle, one of the divers swam closer and tried to untangle the net. Looking at this net, it seemed to me that there was no way to untangle it without a knife. However, the diver did not have a knife. He had to untangle the net manually. This operation took about 5 minutes, but it finished well and the turtle was free. Without tempting fate a second time, it quickly swam away from this place. I can hardly imagine what fate awaited this beautiful turtle if not for these divers. Thank you, brave divers, so much. Number 6. Another diver was swimming underwater when he noticed something strange in the distance. A turtle was approaching him quickly. When it was close, he noticed that something was wrong with it. There was something strange on its shell. When the turtle was very close, the diver noticed that it was a very sharp barnacle that had snagged on the turtle's shell and was probably causing the reptile discomfort. The diver realized that the turtle had swum up to ask for help. He immediately unhooked the shell, which was quite easy. The turtle looked at its new friend a few more times and swam away. Number 5. 3 men were hunting underwater when they noticed a huge leatherback turtle that was stuck in the crab fishing gear. At first, the men thought they were too late and the turtle was dead, as it didn't move. But when one of the men swam closer, the turtle began to move. Apparently, it had been trying to shed its gear for hours and got very tired and exhausted. There were 2 tiger sharks circling nearby. They clearly had their own plans for this turtle. The men decided to intervene to save the trapped animal. They swam closer to the turtle and saw the ropes in which the turtle was entangled. With a sharp knife, the man began to cut the ropes one by one. The ropes wrapped right around the poor reptile's neck and surely prevented it from eating and breathing. After men cut all the ropes, the turtle was finally free and swam away, and the sharks would probably have to find another meal. Great job, guys! Number 4. This olive ridley turtle came ashore to nest and lay the eggs. After the reptile did it, the turtle rescue team, which monitors the area and helps newborn turtles, noticed something they didn't like. The turtle had a large fishing hook stuck in its mouth, which you now see on the screen. It probably didn't cause any inconvenience to the turtle because it was behaving perfectly normally. But it is quite possible that the hook could harm it in the future. The team decided to step in and help. Using wooden sticks, several people opened the turtle's mouth. Another man started trying to remove the hook. Unfortunately, it was stuck too deep and it was not so easy to get rid of it. They decided to use iron pliers to bend the hook backwards. The turtle was clearly in pain and under a lot of stress. After bending the hook a bit with pliers, the men were able to pull it out by hand. Don't worry, turtle, the worst is over. This is the hook the people pulled out of the turtle's mouth. Then people made sure that the turtle made it back to the ocean in one piece. What an amazing story! Number 3. Because of the snowstorm that hit the southern U.S. states, local heat-loving animals may not survive this winter. Sea turtles are also at risk of death. The severe cold paralyzes sea creatures, and they lose their ability to get food, swim, and even lift their heads above water. Residents of a small local town and volunteers sounded the alarm and decided to save the turtles. An entire population of turtles that feeds in these areas was threatened with extinction. People started bringing the turtles to the local conference center. Within 3 days, more than 3,500 turtles had piled up there. As soon as people started posting on social media that the turtles were in danger, locals went in an endless stream, offering their hands and sometimes even bringing in dozens of animals in cars and trucks. As you can see, the turtles are barely moving because of the cold they've had to endure, but luckily they're all alive. This isn't the first rescue operation in this area. In 2018, more than 5,000 turtles were rescued and were able to return to the wild after the cold snap receded. This time, about 12,000 turtles were rescued by concerned people. At first, the turtles recover from shock on the floor. Then volunteers take the turtle and begin to warm them up by placing them in warm water. They also begin to feed and care for them. Once the water temperature was back to normal, the turtles were returned to their natural habitat. That's what you see now on the screen. Another thing I want to add is that when I was looking for material on this story, I was struck by how strong mutual support is in this place. After social media posts about the need to save turtles, fishermen, surfers, divers, regular people, and many others started bringing turtles. Local residents began bringing lunches to volunteers who took care of the turtles 24 hours a day. As the area that the turtles occupied increased, local businesses began to provide their buildings for the turtles, and others set aside entire pools for their recovery. What amazing people! Number 2. A man named Steve came ashore to enjoy the sunrise. He noticed a turtle lying on its shell. At first, he thought the turtle was dead because it didn't move at all. But when he got closer, he noticed that it began to move its legs as if asking for help.
Cosmel, he's bleeding. I'm gonna flip this little baby over. I'm gonna do my best anyway.
Of course, Steve decided to help. This rescue operation was pretty easy. Although this turtle was quite large, it was not too difficult for Steve to turn it over. The man then made sure the turtle made it to the water without incident. Soon the turtle succeeded and was able to get back in the water. You were in the right place at the right time, Steve. Number 1. This little turtle was also entangled in an abandoned fishing net. A man passing by decided to save the turtle. First, he dragged the net in which the turtle was entangled in to the shore. He first tried to remove the nets by hand, but failed. Then he used a knife and ripped up the nets. Then he carefully removed the pieces of the net that were left on the turtle. He also removed leeches from the turtle's body, which could cause the turtle great discomfort in the future. The last step was to release the turtle back into the water, which was soon done. Thank you, kind stranger, for helping this beautiful creature. Also, I have 6 buffalo rescue stories. Do you want to hear about a whole group of buffalo who were stuck in the mud and could have starved to death without human help? Click on the video to see the amazing stories of the buffalo that needed human help. See you there!